Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Love and Wargames. Today we are going for a narrative battle report of Dystopian Wars, a 1 versus 1, and it's going to be a quite narrative one. We are making an ambush and there are going to be some NPCs in the middle for our two players to fight over. It's going to be 1500 points. It's not an express battle report, but we'll still try to make it quite fast. Today I am joined with
Zongo, hello everyone.
And what do you play today, Zongo?
I'm playing some Peaceful Merchants.
Peaceful Merchants, you know what it means. You know who they are. It is the Indians of the Crown. And we are also joined for the second time by
Camille, the new player.
Okay, Camille, and what do you bring today?
Today I bring my favorite faction, the one who made me launch in this game, the Sultanate.
Yeah, great. If you remember the last one, it didn't go so well when he fought against the Sultanate, so now he brings them with a quite beautiful fleet and a miniature that we didn't see for quite some time from the Sultanate. This is going to be, as we said, a narrative scenario, so if you like this type of content, as always, like, subscribe, give us a comment. It gives you a chance to win a Union Armada for this game or even Dwagons for Conquest. Join in the Discord to gain even more chances because we make some events there and more chances is always good. Without further ado, let's start with the presentation of the list. Here we are for this narrative scenario. As you can see, the Sultanates are deployed here. It's a combined Turkish and Egyptian force. In the front, the merchants of the EITC, well, merchants, the corsairs of the EITC. And here is a convoy of technically the Honorable Eclipse Company, but this is the task Force Mordred. And the main objective of those guys is going to be to try to escape. I'm not sure they will succeed very much. Both of the players are going to fight to try to capture the hidden Watcher technology that has been gathered by the USS Everwatcher in the Hollow Earth. And whomever has this technology and manages to leave the table or be the last one surviving at the end is going to win. One thing that I will show is that we have some special rules for the USS Everwatcher. It is very expensive, obviously. We will not use the full capacity of this guy, but if he survives, expect to see him again in other battle reports. I can start indeed by showing the convoy. As you can see, guys, there is the USS Everwatcher. Those are not Bogotas, but I use them as escort tokens, 6 escort tokens, while I wait for the official ones from the Senator battlefleet to be painted. And on each side, a steward aerial cruiser. Do note that inside he has a strong shield generator. It's considered mass 5. He doesn't have the sentinel generator anymore. It was destroyed in the previous battle, and he has some good defensive capacity, especially he lost lumbering. Now let's take a look at the besieging fleets. What do you bring, Zongo?
So I'm bringing 3 Pridanes with full torpedoes, which is probably not the best choice.
It's very strong. It's very strong.
Hunt. It's stronger in itself, but to hunt aerials,
that's true.
Better to bring gun batteries. But let's say I made it by choice, or I don't know why. And then I'm bringing the Nautilus because it's a cool model. And I had 150 points left when I built my field. Then really subtle units with 4 Hindus with majestic gun batteries. These guys are really powerful. Those have been nerfed recently in the latest version of the robot.
Not much.
It's still enough, so we'll see what it does. Then way lesser units in the form of 7 Calibans, which I really bring for the... I don't know, for the vibe, because I have a ton of Calibans.
Okay,
and I want to
you don't know what to do
them,
with them anymore.
Yeah, I have like 30 of them, I think.
Okay,
something like that, so.
That's a lot.
For once I play them. Then the really cool looking Palashi in German, with his crane at the back and 2 escorts. It's as well a full torpedo version, because why not? So yeah. We'll see what it does. And for what is it called? Excalibur. Excalibur Heavy Destroyers.
Yes. Which
pack a punch actually. Now they have to face 3 aircraft carriers.
Yeah, they might not enjoy. They're really fun. But if they get in good range, they can do a lot of damage.
It's true, but yeah, I trust them.
Okay. Now let's go on the other side. For the Sultanate fleet, so what do you bring? I will just start with this guy. I brought a little reinforcement because I really wanted to try this. This is the Egyptian reinforcements of the Praetorian Guard, and it is the Kadesh which is the version of the Khartoum that has the blast weapon. As you can see, the Silo missile launcher at the end that looks like a ballista. It has blast for this, like it has reroll of the blanks with bombardments for this main blast weapon. It has focus gunnery, and good that he has 2 Hashashin destroyers attached to it. So the poor little guy is gonna have a lot of work to do, but on this side there is a stronger Sultanate presence. What do you bring here, Camille?
So here I bring 3 Shadazam with the Great Monitor. So basically my big force trying to punch.
So 2 units. There is 1 unit of heavy destroyers and 1 unit of the Mehmed. And I see a lot of escorts. With whom are they?
So the escort are the little one.
Yes, the little ones, yes. The Felix.
Yeah, so basically they're gonna go fast and shoot.
Okay, very well. And then...
and the big terror, 3 carriers, so 2 Constantinople, really lovely model.
Absolutely.
And
of course...
the beautiful Suleiman with the little hiding.
Yeah, attached. It's tough, it has 12 SRS, well, the same as the USS Everwatcher, but is very, very tough and very efficient.
And for little escort, because why not?
Yeah, of course, we love escorts here. Alright, so this is going to be this scenario. We will make a few activations, and whenever there is something interesting, we stop to show the roll. It's not express battle report, but it's close. Alright, we had a few couple first activations. Those guys shot all their torpedoes aerial on this guy, doing a critical, which was quite annoying, and he used the card to make a shield generator offline. Then SRS from the Constantinople are spread 4 and 4, 1 on each of the Excaliburs. Then I activated my big unit here, well, the Everwatcher, which kill actually would give them hell with his broadsides 2 Caliburns. Did also a point of damage with the heavy broadsides on the big Khartoum there. Gun batteries did nothing on the Indus. And as a retaliation, he came closer, shot everything, and he one-shot actually with 16 dice, 36 hits. He one-shot my little steward there. I repaired the shield generator offline and the Citadel breach because I want this guy to try to survive at least a little bit. Though I am now at the red level of disorder, turn to the Sultanate. We are going to film 1 little activation because it's nice. Those guys made a double Citadel on the USS Everwatcher, who has 2 hull point left before being crippled. Luckily, the Majestic gun battery got nerfed and they don't have this capacity to make a double, like to gain devastating if they made double the mass.
Yeah, actually.
But on the mass 5
anyway,
it's hard anyway.
10,
That's true. By the way, I lost an escort because double Citadel. Now what we are going to do, the Kadesh moved forward, is going to shoot 24 dice rolling blanks on this guy, and the blast is actually gonna get all the 5 Caliburns, 12 dice for rolling blanks. There is a chance that he wipes the entire unit or not, we will see. 12 dice rolling blanks. Okay, he doesn't have any card to reroll, unfortunately, so 2 explosives. Rerolling blanks, first of all, yeah. We begin by rerolling blanks. Now 3 explosives. Another explosive. Alright, that is going to be it for now. I don't think, yeah, they will not get wiped out. The rerolling blanks came from the bombardment blast. ADV of the Caliburn.
Which is -3.
-3, so 5, so it's going to be just 1 hull point on each of them. And now we're going to make the 24 dices -2 because he has a Steward Sentinel generator. Ah bah là, c'est pas la même. Hein? Rerolling blanks. 5 explosives. He's already crippled with 27 hits. 1 more hit, it was a double Citadel, luckily for him. And he has no more defenses anymore, so no more air defenses for this guy, and he's crippled outright. We have had a few more activations. The main one is like the 4 Excaliburs crippled outright with good rolls and some cards for reroll, etc. They crippled the Suleiman. Ouch. Did nothing with the torpedoes against the Mehmed. Then the Sadrazam moved forward and they shot everything, splitting their attacks and torpedo. They shot 2 of the Excaliburs, which means that the last 2 are gonna have a harder time against the 4 SRS tokens that they each of them have. It is quite a lethal first turn. The Sadrazam, you've never seen them, I think, on the channel because, well, nobody had them. First time you see them. And damn, it's very glass cannon. It's like a cruiser, like 610, and quite fragile, but it has gun runner, focus gunnery, each of them 2 heavy gun batteries and a small gun battery at the rear, and heavy broadsides. Like, all of this for like 170 points. It's a good unit. Like, wow, they really do business. Now turn finally to the Excalibur, the Nautilus, sorry, which is gonna do the good old sending torpedoes against a unit that is on the ground.
Yeah, it's in the book.
Yeah, you can do that. We're still trying to figure out how it works in terms of physics.
You know, just
Yeah.
you send a torpedo, and
It-
it goes beneath the surface.
Yeah, and then it
goes up.
And then goes up, yeah.
Yeah, it's a torpedo.
It's a cruise missile that goes underwater.
Why not?
End of turn one. In the end, we were like, okay, lots of small activation where like people apparently like express battle reports, so we are playing and going on. There's been some attack, the Mehmed doing some points of damage on this guy. In the end, making getting crippled, including some torpedoes and everything. So this Indus is crippled. SRS attack on this guy made actually 2 criticals, which were twice this little symbol there. So everybody around took some damage, and this guy is already crippled. Continuing here, this little guy got 3 points of damage. He repaired 1, and he has a lot of damage. But he's still, like, he's fine. He's a glass cannon, but he's surviving. Who is not surviving so well is the Panashi.
It's still alive.
It's still alive. It has 1 whole point left in cripple, because in the end he received 9 SRS token after a defense, and he got a lot of damage, and he tried to repair because he had very bad things. He has 1 whole point left, and anyway, he's very underwhelming. He tried to shoot torpedoes doing 3 hits. Good job, Palashi. And there is 1 Excalibur left after the aerial attack. This little guy survived because of a terrible attack roll, which was like 1 hit out of 12 dice rerolling blanks, but it happens. Initiatives to the Sultanate. It's quite lethal, as you can see. Everybody is crippled or has a lot of damage, except on this side of the Sultanate. But there is a lot more Indus and Priding going there. This guy has 1 whole point before being crippled, and this guy has 2 before being crippled, so I'm not sure they will see the end of turn 2. But at least the Suleiman is crippled now, so half the SRS tokens, only 6. So maybe that might give a chance to the Indians, who really want to destroy this guy before he runs away and goes into the part of the table that is about to be controlled by the Sultanate. Okay, we had a few activations. The Kadesh shot, like, killed 1 of the Indus and did some damage on this guy. The Pryden also did a lot of damage, crippling the poor little Everwatcher, and did a point of damage and 2 critical on the Kadesh. This guy activated, moved forward, repaired his shield, etc, and he's gonna need it. He did absolutely no damage because once he's crippled, it's really difficult for him. And on the other side, there are those 3 Sadrazam. Torpedoes are gonna go later on the 1 whole point left. Palashi is probably gonna die, but it's going to be 27 dices, all included, on this poor Everwatcher, who is 6'10" in Armor Citadel. It might be difficult. He has 8 whole points, but he might die outright. So 27 dices, re-rolling blanks.
Après, j'ai des relances.
Ah bah, tu veux les utiliser?
Oh oui, je vais en claquer quand même.
T'es pas obligé d'utiliser souhait parce que lui, je pense que tu veux. Bah, ouais, comme tu veux. Parce qu'il est. Je pense qu'il est déjà mort. Mais
Non, mais pour faire encore plus
si tu veux, si tu veux. Moi j'aurais dit garde-les contre. Avec ton petit Mermaid et tout. Mais...
Non, en vrai, c'est assez.
Donc, déjà, j'ai 4 explosifs.
Ah oui, normalement, ouais.
It's 25 hits for something so big beast that is 6'10", that is going to be already 6 points of damage if you include the double citadel. On a good roll, if he makes a navigation lock, he might kill it outright. And no, the defense is offline against aerial weapons. Oof. And he has 2 whole point left. It is going to be hard, but at least if he dies here, it's going to be crashed. It can be repaired than just sinking outright. Might be a new scenario. Let's see, first of all, if he survives the turn. Spoilers, probably not. Alright, the battle is turning because finally, with the firepower of 3 Indus majestic gun batteries, the Everwatcher is down. He's not going to sink beneath the waves. He's actually crashed on an island where he was, so he might be repaired later on. And, well, that is sad. What happened next? This little guy, the steward sent a boarding with his minutesmen, activated the little flying ship that was right there, and they flew away with the admiral and the secret technology, and landing there. So now he's gonna try to escape from there. He actually did some damage left and right on the Mermaid And on the Sadrazam, doing well, what would have been a double citadel, but they have oracle seat construction, which cancels it. And yeah, well, I'm a bit sad that the Overwatcher is on the ground, but the prize is still flying away. Okay, we played some more activations. The Excalibur bravely came here, doing a few points of damage with torpedoes, broadside and everything, and tried aborting, which didn't work well, so he was sunk in the counterboarding.
Yeah, we had to try.
With absolutely no surprise, the little ship there carrying the Admiral and the technology was shut down, and he will probably be caught later on. One thing that is fun is that the Suleiman sent its SRS token to start destroying the platforms of the Indian. They were just there for the terrain, but since he is winning so hard and he wants to protect the ecology of the planet, he's destroying the drilling station.
Yeah.
So okay, we can see it. We have a role-playing player here. And now we are at the SRS stage. We'll see what has been destroyed by the end of turn 2, but probably it's going to be a full victory of the Sultanate. Let's see at the end of turn 2 how it happened. End of turn 2, it's going quite one-sided after the SRS. The American SRS did actually 2 criticals on the Sadrazam there, sinking it, doing nothing on the Pride end, and this little Indus was crippled outright from the attack run. And the station there has been crippled as well, and is now burning. Initiative was a tie actually, which doesn't happen often. And when it's a tie, it's the person that didn't have it the previous turn that gets it, so it is going for the Indians. The Admiral is down right next to the Egyptians. It's just one boarding away from just flying away, so we'll see how it goes, but we are reaching the end game. And we are actually going to finish here, like we had some activation, and especially the Mermaid and everything there is going to evacuate the Admiral, and we're like, okay, the other guys are not going to stay too long to like just to die for nothing. From the waves after waves of SRS sent from the Suleiman and from the 2 Constantinoples, which are not even crippled. So they are going to pull away, like probably some more losses here and from the Kadesh, but the Pride Ends and the Nautilus are getting the hell out of here, and the Sultanate controls the area. They take the Admiral, which was not like, it was a fun prize for the Indians, but they didn't get him. And we have the technology that goes to the Sultanate, who might develop some nice experimental weapons later on. Basically, what it means is that our new player with the Green Sultanate will be able to make one custom flagship for the Sultanate with some extra terrestrial special capacity. So victory for the Sultanate by far, like both in terms of attrition and from the objective. The convoy of the Union was destroyed, but there was a little doubt because just like it was half of the points of any of the opponents. And the Indian lost their frigates and the Palashi, but this is not a big loss. And most of the fleet still survived, so this is only going to be the prelude for a larger battle later on. Let's go, without further ado, for the debriefing. Alright, we hope that you enjoyed this video. For the debriefing, well, I played the Union with the USS Everwatcher, which I didn't bring all my miniatures because I was late for work this morning and I didn't have time to pack everything. But next time we will try to play it, and maybe I will customize a few things because it was crashed on an island. I will try to get it back and play it alongside the new Senator Battlefleet set, which I got 2 of. So next time you see the Union, might be a very different and innovative way of playing the list with the new Senator Battlefleet set. We put the review some days ago, so go and have a look if you want to see how it plays. Longo, what did you think of the Indians, the Palashi, and everything?
What did I think of the Indians? Well, I think I felt the nerf.
Yeah.
Compared to the previous battle reports. So the Indians are still powerful, but not as much as they used to be.
Yeah, because when you don't get the capacity of gaining devastating, it's a huge nerf. Devastating is very good.
They already were on competition with the Picton,
yes.
In my opinion. And maybe at the moment the Pictons are better. I'm not too sure actually.
Well, they're both.
They were on par, and so since the Indians were nerfed, maybe it's Picton, which weren't hit by the nerf bat. You know,
well,
maybe
it's soft enough, but like the...
Yeah, sure, but still is enough. And as some factions they got boosts, and we've been nerfed. You know, it's like it doesn't feel super balanced. The Pride as well have been nerfed, so maybe I expected too much of them, and they couldn't do what I expected of them. What else? I brought a lot of
frigates,
models.
yeah. And 5 of them dying under a blast.
Well, frigates, well, I know that they're not too good. They're fun, but not too good, so...
Especially when packed.
Yeah, well, that's problem. I actually didn't notice you had blast on your...
You discovered it on Though we had our list for a few days, and he made his list literally the morning of playing. So you could read our list.
I'm responsible. I'm not blaming anyone but me for this, but still it was a bit of a surprise, you know. But yeah, quite a fun battle anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
For you two. The Nautilus, well, I don't know how to play this model, so...
Well, it's just a text to get a Mark of Fate, basically.
Yeah, and a reroll, which I didn't use, but...
Right.
Yeah, it has a reroll. But see, there's a rule to redeploy it.
Right.
And so you can...
he tried to read it, and he was like, I'm not reading this rule, I'm not using it.
It's too complicated for me, so, well, again, I'm responsible. So, yeah.
So, Indians are good, it's not the most competitive way of playing Crown. Crown can be one of the top factions of the game, but not with EITC, for sure.
Yeah, sure. If you play British and Indian Reg is powerful, actually.
Yeah.
And
this could be good.
British and Canadian as well.
Absolutely.
But I played it with the Panache, which is, well, a complete liability, let's say this.
It's a tax to get some India, because it's not a great ship. Very much.
Yeah, no, you just can't play it completely.
Okay. I'm not gonna give a sit rep of the Union because I didn't play much and it was just like more like NPC. They had like AI of moving forward and just trying to reach the other side, which of course like, it would take them like 5 turns to reach anyway. And we know that by the end of turn 2 usually or turn 3 it's finished. But yeah, still fun very much. And we're gonna try to print and make some real data sheets with some key vessels that come back from one game to another. It's already in the Discord, the data sheet for the Everwatcher, if you want to play it, and give us some ideas if you want to see some custom ships. If you've seen the miniatures and you know we have the miniatures already, let us know and we can try to make some named ships based on your ideas. If you have a fun idea like, oh, but add this rule to this ship, or maybe here is an idea of a special rule, give it to us in the comment, and we might apply it if it's okay and not too strong. And tell us how many points more it's supposed to pay, because we pay the upgrades for these extra special rules. Kenny, what did you think of the Sultanate? You played against them and you lost. You play with them, you win. They seem good. What do you think?
Oh, so the Sultanate, I really love them. The gameplay is really fit me. The speed, all the model, and really with the Sadrazam, that I really love them. The
great surprise.
Suleiman. Well, the Suleiman is...
Suleiman, we knew it.
But really, it's really a gameplay that really fit me. Speed, eating, and try to not die. And with this scenario was really narrative, something I really like. It's really a pleasure to play them, here.
And it's a scenario, like it's a semi-official scenario. Like the because it's supposed to be 1 versus 1 and without NPCs in the middle, but there is really this ambush scenario with the deployment as we have seen, and we tried to use this. So of course it's not a legal table in deployment, but it's a real deployment. If you want to have a look at this specific ambush scenario, it's in the official 2025 Naval Almanac for free on the War Cradle website. So Suleiman, yes, the Sadrazam, big surprise yet. What do you think of the new Egyptians?
Oh, it's really tempting with the big blast.
Yeah, he's thinking of buying the box.
Yeah. So needs still to think with the big ones, Abydos.
The Abydos, yeah,
or
which is very expensive. I think the Abydos is really if you want to play pure Egyptians.
Yeah.
And then okay, but the Khartoum box is, as we've said recently in the top tier list of the boxes of the Sultanate. The Khartoum, if you just want some Egyptians, it's perfect. Like you have a good flagship, as you have seen.
Yeah.
You have some support ships. And the Cadet for 245 points, it has good gun batteries, it's resilient, armor 8, Citadel 15, good blast at extreme range, and the other 2 versions are good as well. So,
but I think it's going to be perfect when the Sultanate now more clash come. With scenario with the boats that can go on land, that can make do something. But yeah, the Sultanate, a lot of big support. I want to continue to have new boats. Like already the best faction. Of course.
Sultanate, there are the Greeks coming eventually, maybe this year, we hope, we don't know.
Really?
Yeah, Greeks, with some, like the Covenant, like they can go a little bit under the wave, then coming back. The wave lurking, exactly. Well, that was in the orbit when there used to be spoilers in the orbit, so we'll see how it goes. And we are still painting our armored class, so it is coming very soon. Zongo was the first to finish painting his army. You have some British. Everything?
The latest
Yeah,
box
the latest
you gave
box,
me,
okay.
I didn't paint it, but still I have
Okay,
2,000 points or 3,000
Okay,
points.
so we can play.
So.
We have the Empire and the Union being painted, and we didn't receive yet the Covenant, but this is going to be on the channel as well soon. So expect some armitage that we need to plan. Probably somewhere end of spring. We need to plan for this. Thank you very much, guys, for having watched until the end. Give us always like thumbs up, subscribe, all the YouTube things. Share the video if you would like, and especially give us a comment, giving us ideas of what you thought, and it gives you tickets to try to gain either a fleet, either an army for conquest. And of course, join us on the Discord. Take care, guys, and until the next video, remember to keep things fair in love and war games. Bye!